up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Today, we are going to be ranking all 61 deaths from the entire Scream franchise. And I say 61 because I do not count Stu. You guys know I think Stu is still alive. So it's going to be on, I don't know if you guys know this website, tiermaker.com, where you can do rankings. I'm sure you've seen other creators use it. So this is my first time ever using it live. And the title of the ranking thing is called All 62 Deaths. But for me, it's 61. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Just want to say hi to some people. We have Ghostface here. Hey, Ghostface, how you doing? We have Mighty Pato here. Welcome to the ranking. You said number one is Deaf Olivia. So I don't think it works that way. There's different tier levels. So it's not like in number order. You'll see how it works in a few minutes. We have Noel here. Hey, Noel. Hey, Leah. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, Paula. Thanks for being here. Hey, Connor. Hey, Climinator. I am well. I hope you are too. Hey, Scott. Hopefully, okay, 8 a.m. is a pretty normal time. I know usually for you, it's like when I stream, it's like 4 in the morning. So hopefully 8 is good. Hopefully you had a full night's rest and you can hang out for a bit during the ranking. Pyro is here having the best day of their life. Nice. We have Dylan here. Hey, Dylan. Yes, Stu lives. If you can see my pumpkin right behind me, I painted this last night on the live stream. We had a pumpkin paint party. I don't know if you can see it actually. Yeah, someone here told me to paint Stu Lives on the pumpkin. That's okay, Leah. Well, you're here now. I'm not sure if Tiermaker has an app. I just go on the website, tiermaker.com. Hey, Surgeon. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to get started on the ranking in just a few minutes. Well, Connor, I think that it's possible that Christina and Stu had Tara together. I have a couple theories on the channel about this. Hey, Dan. Hey, Movie Collector. We have Tara here. Hey, Tara. I don't see you in these live streams often, I don't think. So welcome. This one's going to be a fun one. All right, so hey, Wasim. All right, so we're going to get started on the ranking. The way that it works is I share my screen with you guys so that you can see what I'm ranking. And you guys can help me with the rankings a little bit. You know, if you want to chime in the chat where you think certain characters should be ranked. I hope this works out. I hope it doesn't slow down my stream, because sometimes when I have another tab open, the stream slows down. So this is my first time testing this out. I apologize in advance if it makes things slow. We're going to see how it goes. Also, before we get started, if you haven't already, please give the stream a like. It helps out the channel. Casey's death is a good one. Nice, Tara. All right, let's get started on this. Let's see. Share. All right, I think, let's see. All right, cool. This is what it looks like. There are different tiers, 5 different tiers. Savage Beyond Recognition, which is like the best top tier. Carnage Candy right below that. Then Cut into Fish Sticks. Did you really put her liver in the mailbox? And then the bottom tier is Stop Effing Up My Ending. Yeah, so basically the top one is like A, then B, C, D, and then like F, I guess. Let me see. It's also, it's going to be a little tough to read the chat because I'm on the other screen. Hold on. Let me open the live stream on my phone just so I can kind of see the chat at the same time. Okay. See you guys. Okay, I see. Tara says, poor Steve. Leah says, Steve should probably be Carnage Candy. His death is really good. Okay, let's see. Where? Yeah, I think I would put Steve in Carnage Candy because his is really good, but he's not quite Savage Beyond Recognition. So yeah, I'm gonna start with Steve, putting him in Carnage Candy. Nope, not that one. See, it's already lagging a little bit. Okay, and it looks like these characters down below are in order of deaths. So that's convenient. We're really going to be working our way through the franchise in order. Movie collector. I am including the killer's deaths except for Stu because I don't think Stu died. So Surgeon says Steve is fish sticks. Ghostface says Steve is Carnage Candy. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to agree with this comment right here. Casey, I think I'm going to put Savage Beyond Recognition. For sure. I mean, her death really is one of the most brutal. And then, like, when they zoom in on her face at the end, she honestly looks savage beyond recognition. So, Yes, Stu did not die. Yeah, I am glad that they are in order. I didn't even realize they had them in order. Okay, let's move on to Principal Himbry. Where do you guys think Himbry should be placed? I'm kind of thinking cut into fish sticks. His is good and pretty violent. But I don't know if I would put it in the top 2. So where do you guys think Himbry should be? That is a good point, Tara. His face would be messed up. We have Zork here. Hey, Zork. Thanks for being here. Thanks for moderating. Dan thinks that Himbry should be in Did You Really Put Her Liver in the Mailbox? Hey, Ryan. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it would have been cool if we could see him hanging from the football field. It's interesting that we kind of get the sketch of it in Scream 6. All right, it looks like a lot of people are saying he should be liver in the mailbox. I can get behind that. I think that's a decent ranking for him. Tatum. I really like her death a lot. As much as it hurts, it's a good death. She might have to go in the top row for me. She what is it? Savage Beyond Recognition. I mean, yeah, when they show her face, like after she gets crushed by the garage door, when they show her face, she looks like kind of Savage Beyond Recognition. Surgeon says Tatum is top tier. Ryan says Carnage Candy. Let's see. Hey, Claire. Thanks for joining the live stream. Okay, Tara says Savage Beyond Recognition. Yeah, I agree with this movie collector. Hey, Ray, thanks for joining. It's going well. We pretty much just started, so you're not too late. Ryan says wasn't exactly gruesome or brutal like Casey. Yeah, that's a good point. It probably wasn't quite as gruesome as Casey, but like when they show her face afterwards, I think I'm gonna go top tier for Tatum. It is one of my favorite deaths, so but I'll put her behind Casey since Casey was definitely like more brutal for sure. Okay, who's next? We have Kenny the cameraman next. Where should he go? Who do you think is more brutal, more impactful? Olivia's death or Casey's death? Well, Casey's death is definitely very impactful for the story in general. And then but Tatum's death is like impactful for Sydney's story. Olivia's death, you said. Definitely Casey's then. Okay. Ryan says Kenny should be fish sticks. Tara says Carnage Candy. Claire says, did you really put her liver in the mailbox? Pretty divided answers here. Ray says fish sticks. Emerald says liver in the mailbox. All right, what do I think? Kenny's death is pretty brutal. I'm gonna put, did you really put her liver in the mailbox? Yeah, it's a good one, but I don't know, it's not too crazy. All right. Obviously have to skip over Stu. So next up is Billy. We're skipping Stu. Where should Billy go? Billy, I don't know if it's quite savage beyond recognition, so it might be Carnage Candy. I mean, it's definitely a badass moment for Sydney to kill him. Ray says it should be in top tier. See, the way that they named these tiers is a little difficult because it's like Billy might be one of the best deaths, but is he quite savage beyond recognition? No. But yeah, that's actually a good point, Ray. So by that logic, yeah, maybe it would be savage beyond recognition for Billy. I'm torn. I don't know what to put him. I think I'll go, damn. I think I'm gonna go top tier. I'm really struggling with this one. You know what? Carnage Candy. Billy is Carnage Candy. And I'll put him before Steve because it's like a bigger moment in the movie, I think. Just the fact that Sydney like turns the tables on them. So All right, next up is Phil from Scream 2 opening. Yes, Claire, definitely going to do a ranking for just the characters, not deaths, but like characters in general. In fact, I might do it tomorrow afternoon, probably earlier than today's stream, maybe like 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Claire says Phil is Carnage Candy. Dan says liver for Phil. Ryan says fish sticks. You know what? For Phil, I'm gonna do Carnage Candy. I think this one's actually pretty brutal, and this death really stuck with me as a kid. I remember watching Scream 2 on cable with my sister, like I was super young, and his death literally was ingrained in my head, like through the bathroom stall. That's a good one. Phil is like up there for me, so I'm gonna put him in Carnage Candy. Okay, next up is Maureen Evans. I'm thinking for her, cut into fish sticks. Ray says scary movie ruined Phil's death for me. Claire says Maureen is savage beyond recognition. Ryan says Carnage Candy. Tara says savage beyond recognition. Dan says fish sticks or Carnage. Ray says Carnage or top tier. This is tough. Let's see. I mean, the opening Scream 2's opening scene is a really good follow-up to the original opening scene. I'm gonna go Carnage Candy for Maureen. And I'll put her after Phil because I do think I like Phil's a little more. Okay, next up is Cece Cooper. For Cece, I am thinking cut into fish sticks. I don't know. It's not really that brutal. I really enjoy the scene because the lead up to it is like pretty suspenseful and it's a good chase scene, but her actual killing, like it's really just what is it? Like a couple stabs to the back. And then of course he throws her off the side of the house. Ray says top tier. I do love the song also. Claire says Carnage Candy. Tara says Carnage Candy. YouTube user says Cece's death was meh. It could have been better. Let's see. What do I think? I'm thinking cut into fish sticks. I feel like there's so many other deaths that are a little better. I do like the scene overall, but the death itself is just not like amazing to me. Let's see. Randy is next. Ooh, this one hurts because I love Randy so much. His death is honestly like so painful for me. Honestly, I think Randy's death hurts me more than Dewey's death. Claire says Randy should be in fish sticks. Dan agrees. YouTube user says beyond recognition. Randy says top tier. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go top tier. I mean, when we see him after the fact, like when they discover his body and Gail screams, he is like covered in blood. So, yeah, savage beyond recognition. And I think I'm going to put him, if it'll work, let me, it's not working right now. Oh, no, wait. Not that one. I think I'm going to put him between Casey and between Tatum. He's definitely top tier for me. Just because it hurts so much. It's way more emotional than Tatum for me. That is funny, Ray. Yeah, Randy's got to go top tier. I agree, Noel. Randy did not deserve it. Oh my God, those kids with the freaking boombox, like they kill me every time. I'm like, ugh, sucks. All right, next up is one of the cops. Which one is that? What's his name? Richards or what is it? Andrew? Yeah, that's Officer Andrews. Okay, he's the one who got his throat slashed. So his is not quite as good as Officer Richards. He simply got his throat slashed, which I guess is kind of like Kenny. So I think I'm just gonna put him in liver in the mailbox. Okay, moving on to Officer Richards, who definitely is one of the most gruesome deaths in the franchise, I think. So you know what? I think he has to go in top tier. Savage beyond recognition. He got a freaking pole through his head. Yeah, I think this is exactly what I'm thinking, Claire. Yeah, Richards has to go top tier. Definitely one of the best of the franchise. I am going to put him last, though, in the top tier, just because the first three are like uh, more emotional than him. Okay, next up is Hallie. Where should we put Hallie? Maybe cut into fish sticks. I think she's a good one just because her death is emotional, kind of. You know, I wanted her to live. Um, uh, yeah, Tara says fish sticks for Hallie. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Um, oh, interesting. That's a good point because it's like you want her to live. Maybe I should put her and stop effing up my ending. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put her down here because it's like I wanted her to live. I wanted her to make it to the end. Okay, we are moving on to Derek. Um, that's true. She was a good friend to Sydney, and that's why I wanted to see her live. Claire says Derek is liver in the mailbox. Um, hmm. I'm kind of thinking putting him in the bottom row also just because I wanted him to live too. Like I wanted him to help save Sydney. Yeah, Ray was a good boyfriend. Like he really was. I feel like there's not that much love for Derek in the fandom, but I like him. The kind of guy you would bring home to mom if you had a mom. I agree with this. They all deserved better. By the way, if you disagree with me and you want me to move around a character to a different level, send in a super chat. Then I will move it to where you want it to be. All right, so Derek, I think I'm gonna put at the bottom because I wanted him to make it to the end. Okay, next up we have Nancy. Uh, she's definitely one of the top two rows. You know, she's she's another one who Sydney shot in the head, just like Billy. Claire says Nancy should go in fish sticks. YouTube user says liver. Ryan says last place. Tara says liver. What do I think? Let's go liver. But I think I'll put her in the front. Just because, like, you know, Sydney, the fact that Sydney is the one to shoot her in the head is kind of a big deal. Let's see. Next is Mickey. Mickey has to be like cut into fish sticks. Even though he was shot a bunch of times. So it's like cut into fish sticks, maybe Carnage Candy, or honestly, maybe Savage Beyond Recognition, because he would just be yeah, like Ray said, turned into Swiss cheese. So should he be Savage Beyond Recognition? Claire says second or third tier. Dan says Carnage. So does Ryan. Yeah, I liked Mickey before his reveal too. You say Carnage Candy. Okay, it looks like the general consensus is Carnage Candy. So let's go with that. But where, okay, next question is where within Carnage Candy should he go? Should he go last after Maureen? Or is his death better than Maureen's? I'm thinking, I guess last. All right, next up is Christine, Cotton's girlfriend. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay. All right, what are we thinking for Christine? Dan says liver for Christine. Claire says fourth or fifth. Scream 3 deaths are not good. Yeah, a lot of them are not good. Ray says bottom tier. Leah says liver. Let's see. What do I think? I think I'm going to put her in bottom tier. It's not the best death. But if you think she should be placed somewhere else, you can send in a super chat. Let's see. Who is next? Cotton Weary. Where should Cotton go? Dan says, oops, wrong comment. Dan says, I will say Savage for Cotton because he was either slashed or stabbed in the face. That is a good point. Yes, Ray. He was stabbed in the head. YouTube user says Carnage. Tara says Carnage. Yeah, he's definitely up there just because he was a big character at the time. Like, he was a big death. And yeah, you know what? Because he was stabbed in the head, I'm going to do Savage Beyond Recognition. But I'll put him last because the 4 deaths before him, I do like more. Okay, it looks like Sarah Darling is next. Her death is not good. I do like the scene. Like, it's a suspenseful scene. I like the shot of her in the room with all the Ghostface costumes. But her death was really like one stab. And I don't know. The Scream 3 deaths are definitely very tame. Claire says Sarah is 5th tier. Yeah, exactly, Tara. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to put her in the last tier. Okay, next up we have Steven Stone. Jennifer Jones' bodyguard. I'm thinking 4th tier. Did you really put her liver in the mailbox? It's not the best, but also not the worst. SpongeBob says 5th. Claire says 2nd or 3rd. Tara says liver. Yeah, I'm thinking liver. Because it's not the worst, but not the best either. Okay, next up we have Tom. And Tom needs to go in the top tier. I mean, even if you don't like the death, he definitely was savage beyond recognition. I mean, he was blown up into little pieces. So he's got to go in the top tier. I mean, I don't know if there's any debate about that. And I mean, honestly, it was like a creative kill for the franchise. You know, there's not any other death in the franchise that is like it. So yeah, gotta go top tier on that for sure. And I think he'll go last in the tier. Okay, next up is Angelina Tyler, and I am already thinking that's funny, right? Um um so for Angelina, I'm thinking last tier for Stop Effing Up My Ending, because she should have been revealed as Rowan's partner. So her death messed up the ending, in my opinion. So I think I'm just going with bottom tier for her. But I think I'll put it before Sarah Darling, just because her death is better than Sarah Darling's. Okay, next up we have Tyson. His is pretty good. He gets thrown off the balcony. Does he get, I can't remember, does he get like stabbed before that at all, or does he just get thrown off? Claire says Tyson is second or third. Yeah, let me Google. How does Okay, Dan says he was stabbed, tripped up, and thrown. Yeah, I do like when the rug gets pulled up from under him. Google says he was stabbed in the stomach. Tara says he should be Carnage Candy. Um, I don't know. Maybe he should be Carnage Candy. I don't know. Maybe cut into fish sticks. It's not the best death, but it's also not the worst. So maybe somewhere in the middle. Tyson is honestly really funny. Like all of his lines are hilarious. He makes me laugh. Hey Alex, no problem. Thanks for joining the stream. We have a super chat from Dr. Brown. Thank you so much. You said Stu Macher lives on. He certainly does. You guys know I am like the #1 Stu believer. Just last night, I had a pumpkin paint party and I painted my pumpkin to Stu's because someone told me that I should, but then on the back, I also did Ghostface. But absolutely, Stu lives on. That is why we are not ranking him on today's ranking, because I do not count his death. Thank you so much for your super chat, Dr. Brown. Hopefully you're having fun hanging out here for a bit. We're maybe like halfway through ranking the deaths, so we still got a little while to go on the stream. And I'm having fun. This is my first like live ranking like this. I'm definitely gonna do it more often just because it's like it's interactive. You guys can like interact more. And also like it's better than like talking about the same theories over and over again, which I do love, but for you guys, it just makes it a little bit more exciting. Okay, who's next? Jennifer Jolie. Claire says Jennifer is top tier. Yeah, Tyson and Jennifer were both hilarious. Ray says top tier. Leah says top tier. Thanks, Claire. Yeah, I think for Jennifer, I'm going to do top tier. I might put her before Cotton. Yeah. Next up is John Milton. Where should Milton go? I mean, it was a pretty brutal. I might go Carnage Candy for him. I really like the way it goes down. Like, you know, he's pleading with Roman, like, you can have anything you want. Like, I'll get you a movie, final cut. And Roman's like, I already have it. And just slits his throat. That is pretty brutal. So Ray says at least Carnage Candy. Yeah, I'm going to put him Carnage Candy. And I might put him before Mickey. I think it has a bigger effect on me when I watch it. Every time it happens, I'm just like, ooh. Oh my God, Ray. I did not know this. It's funny. So Scream 3 is the only one that I have on DVD. And just last night I was watching a lot of the commentary. But I didn't hear that. Interesting. Okay, next is Roman. And I am thinking Savage Beyond Recognition because he was shot a bunch of times by Dewey. Dewey shot him a bunch of times, and then he was shot in the head. You know, I think he was stabbed a couple times by Sydney. So I think I'm going to put Roman in top tier, Savage Beyond Recognition. I think I'm going to put him before Tom because it's a better death than Tom. But I honestly don't care for Roman that much. So he's kind of like at the bottom of the top tier. This is true, Tara. I agree with you. That moment, like, it gets me a little bit. Okay, who is next? Next up we have Trudy. That's her name, right? Trudy from Scream 4. Let me confirm. Yeah, her name is Trudy. Where should she go? It's nothing special. Maybe bottom tier for her, honestly. Dan says the 5 opening kills should be at the bottom somewhere. There's 6, actually, I think. Oh my god, Tara, you've never rewatched Scream 4? What? That is my favorite sequel. Okay, so for Trudy, yeah, I'm gonna put her bottom tier, but I'm gonna put her before Sarah Darling. I just really don't like Sarah Darling's. Next up is, I think her name is Sherry. Yeah, Sherry. Hers is a little better than Trudy's. So maybe did you put her liver in the mailbox? Ray says same tier for Sherry. I do like it more than Trudy, so I'm gonna do second to last tier. Let's see, what is Anna Paquin's character name? They like don't tell you what their names are. Rachel. Rachel's is good, actually. I like Rachel's death. That one might be cut into fish sticks. It might be if it was a real kill, it might be higher, but because it's kind of a fake death, I think I'm gonna do cut into fish sticks. Hey, Chocolate Ice. Thanks for stopping by and moderating. Yeah, we're not ranking Stu. We're skipping over Stu. Okay, so Rachel is going at cut into fish sticks. Oh, there are only 5. Whoever said earlier that there's 5 deaths in 4's opening, that is true. I was wrong because Kristen Bell does not die. Next up, we have Marnie Cooper. Hers is pretty brutal. I'm thinking she's going to be Carnage Candy. Yeah. I'm going to do Carnage Candy for Marnie. Next up, we have Jenny Randall. Hers is a pretty good one. Where should Jenny Randall go? Ray says top tier for Jenny. I think, yeah, I think Scream 4 has the most kills. Um, Let's see. Oh, this is a good point, Leah. There's that deleted scene of what they do with the bodies afterwards. Does that change how I feel about it? Yeah, so the thing with the Scream 4 deaths, I think, is that some of them aren't real, though. Like, literally 5 of the deaths are, well, actually, no. 3 of the deaths are considered fake deaths, like, in the Stab universe, not in real life. Okay, let's see. Jenny Randall. I think I'm going to go cut into fish sticks, but before Tyson. Okay, next up we have Olivia Morris. Obviously, she's going in top tier, but where within top tier should she go? Because the thing is, she's definitely like one of the most brutal deaths, if not the most brutal. But emotionally, it doesn't have quite the impact that like Randy and Tatum have. So should she go before Randy? Should she go after Tatum? Like, what are we thinking? Dan says behind Casey. Ray says right before Tatum. Okay, Ray says after Tatum. I think I agree with you, Ray. It's a tough one because, like I said, it is the most brutal death, but emotionally, I just don't care as much as Randy or Tatum. So, yeah, I'm going to have to put her after Tatum. Don't forget, if you disagree with one of these rankings, you can send in a super chat and I will switch some things around. Next up, we have Rebecca Walters. This is a good one. That's got to be maybe Carnage Candy. Just the way she's thrown off the building. So would she be savage beyond recognition? Because it's like probably every bone in her body gets crushed, you know? What are we thinking for Rebecca? Yeah, this is one of my favorite lines. Charlie in Scream 4 was very good on the phone. YouTube user says fish sticks for Rebecca. I do like this scene a lot. But you might be right. Like, I don't know if it's quite Carnage Candy. It's not super brutal. I mean, she does get thrown off the building. I don't know. I don't get the reference. Claire says Rebecca is second tier. Okay, let's see. What do I think? It is a good one, and I do really like this scene. I think I'm going to go Carnage Candy. And I might bump her up a little bit after Maureen. I do really like that scene. Hello. Is it pronounced Taj? Welcome to the stream. And I appreciate this. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can always catch the replay if you missed the stream. Stu's death, we're skipping it. We will not be ranking Stu. Okay, who is next? Next up, we have Haas. His is a little boring. Yeah, I kind of agree with this, Claire. Like, Perkins' death is like way better than Haas. Yeah, I think Haas is gonna be kind of low because it's just nothing special. Like, he just gets stabbed, like a simple stab. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in bottom row. I think I'll put him before Trudy though. Next up, we have Perkins. Definitely worst cops in the franchise, although really no cops in this franchise are good cops. Like, the cops in 5 piss me off too. Sam is like, who's watching my sister? And he's just like, I don't know. They needed me here. But also, like, it pisses me off in 4 when Olivia brutally dies on their watch. And then Dewey is just like, all right, get out of here. Like, get out of here, you rascals. Let's see. Perkins. I think Perkins might have to be top tier. Savage beyond recognition. I mean, getting stabbed literally in the brain, like, that is crazy. I also do like the Bruce Willis line. I know some people don't. I see someone in the chat already said that they don't like that line. Derek said that they don't like it. I get it, you know, but I do. Okay, I'm gonna put him in top tier. Should he go in last place in top tier or like before Tom? Is Tom's death better than Perkins? Let's see. I might like his death more than Tom's. Okay, next up we have Kate Roberts. Let me know where you think she should go, and I'll be right back. I have to get some snacks. I am having candy corn and a Halloween Oreo. Claire says bottom tier for Kate. Ray says fish sticks. You know what? I'm going to put her in the mailbox tier because she was stabbed through like where you put the mail. So it was pretty creative. Should I put her before Officer Andrews? I heard about the Oreo soda. Yeah, I'm gonna put her before Andrews. Okay, next up is Robbie Mercer. His is pretty brutal. He's either gotta go Carnage Candy or cut into fish sticks. He was stabbed quite a bit. Claire says third or fourth tier. I'm going to put him, I think, in cut into fish sticks. And I think I'm going to put him after Jenny. Okay, next up we have Trevor. His is brutal. He's got to go. He's got to go top tier. Absolutely Fear the Phantom. Every time I get to Trevor's death, it actually makes me like squirm. That is hilarious, right? Okay, he's definitely going top tier. I might like his death more than Cotton's death. But he definitely like Cotton probably had a bigger impact on the story. Um hmm. I'll put him after Cotton. Okay, next up is Charlie Walker. One of my favorite ghost faces. His death is pretty brutal also. I'm thinking Carnage Candy for Charlie. And I'm thinking before Rebecca. Next up is Jill. Hers is might be top tier. Now, of course, I have to acknowledge, the Jill theories. She might still be alive. I am a fan of the theories, and I would like them to be true. But we're going to rank her for now. Yeah, she's got to go top tier. I might put her pretty high up in top tier also. This is tough. Where in the top tier should Jill go? I might put her after Olivia. Next up, we have Vince Schneider. I already know where I'm going to put him. He is going in bottom tier. Stop effing up my ending because they just killed him way too soon. He could have been a way better character. They could have used him way more. He honestly should have been Ghostface. Like, he should have been revealed at the end. So, killing him definitely messed up the ending. Yeah. I think I'm going to put him after Angelina. Next up, we have Judy Hicks. This is another one that was super emotional. Definitely very brutal. Yeah, she's going to have to go one of the top 2 tiers for sure. I think wasn't she stabbed a lot? Like after the initial stab, wasn't she stabbed a bunch more? Let me Google. How many times was she stabbed? It just says multiple times. Tara says Carnage Candy. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put her in Carnage Candy before Phil. Which brings me to Wes Hicks. Same scene as Judy. Definitely emotional. So should Wes go in the same tier as Judy? Is he Carnage Candy? I agree, Leah. It's kind of crazy that Judy and Wes both don't know that the other one died. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking fish sticks for Wes. I'm thinking fish sticks after Robbie. Next up, we have this random cop from Scream 5. Don't even know his name. Didn't happen on screen. He is going last of the last. Bottom tier, last place. Okay, next up we have Dewey. Ugh, dear old Dewey. I mean, he's got to go top tier because it's one of the most emotional deaths. Probably for me, at least, it's the second most emotional. Randy's definitely more for me, but then Dewey. Ooh, Ray says next to Tatum would be Poetic. That is true. I am thinking before Tatum and after Randy. Next up, we have what the hell is her name? Liv. Liv from Scream 5. Her death is a pretty good death. Maybe she's Carnage Candy. Ryan says mailbox for her. Ooh, Tara says liver for Liv. Yeah, I could not remember her name for a second. Where should she go? This is tough. I do really like her death. Ray says Carnage Candy. Okay, I'm thinking Carnage Candy before Mickey. I do think I like her death more than Mickey's death. It's very, like, it's shocking, honestly. Next up, we have Richie. He's got to go top tier. Yeah, my issue with the Scream 5 characters in general is I really don't think they fleshed out these characters enough. Like, we should have spent more time with all of them. We really didn't get a chance to know any of them. You know, obviously in the first movie, we really got to know the characters. Same with Scream 4. That is why Scream 4 is my favorite sequel, because we really got to spend time with the characters. Scream 5, I do not think they did a good job with that. Who are we on? Richie. Okay, Tara says Carnage Candy. SpongeBob says Carnage Candy. I think it's got to be top tier. It's so brutal. Like, she literally stabs him like 22 times, slits his throat, and shoots him in the head. Yeah, he's going top tier for me. Where should it go? I might put him after Jill. It's just so brutal, and every time I'm watching it, I'm like, damn. Yeah, I am gonna put him after. Now, hold on. Gotta scroll up and move him again. I am putting him after Jill. Nope, that's not right. Okay. There we go. Next up, we have Amber. Hers is pretty brutal as well. She was shot 3 times, set on fire, which that's a first for the franchise, unless you count like Tom being blown up. But she was set on fire and then shot in the head, and shot 3 times. So yeah, she's got to go savage beyond recognition. For sure. But I'm not crazy about Amber in general. So she might be pretty low on the top tier. I think I'm going to put her before Tom in the top tier. If this thing will work, let's go. Okay. Next up, we have Laura Crane in Scream 6. She is a good one. Her death is good. Ryan says Carnage Candy. Tara says Carnage Candy. I would say that I agree with that. I might put her before Liv in Carnage Candy. You know, it's funny. I think her and Liv look alike. And I really thought we were going to find out in Scream 6 that they were sisters. Just because also on the Scream 6 promotional posters, there was the mentioning the Mackenzie family. And Liv's last name is Mackenzie. And they look alike. So I was like, are they sisters? So it's funny that I have them next to each other. Okay, next up we have Ethan. And he's got to go top tier. Even though we don't see it actually happening, that's one of the most brutal. Like, he was dismembered. That's a first for the franchise. So, savage beyond recognition for sure. And the reveal of it is so good. I think I'm going to put him top tier after Trevor, before Roman. Okay, let me move him up after Trevor. There we go. Jason. This is a good one too. His is, I'm thinking Carnage Candy. It's pretty brutal. I'm pretty sure you see his like intestines coming out of his stomach. Ryan says low Carnage Candy or high fish sticks. Tara says Carnage Candy. SpongeBob says first tier. I'm thinking Carnage Candy. Maybe after Laura and before Liv. Okay, now we have these like the random bodega guys and then the clerk. I'm not a huge fan of these deaths. They are brutal, but I just don't think they do much for the story. You know, one of my issues with Scream 6 is that there are no big deaths. No one that we care about much. So I just don't care about these bodega guys. So I am thinking last tier for them. But I probably like it more than like Sarah Darling. I might actually like it a little bit more than the Officer Haas. Yeah, exactly, Tara. But it was it was a little shocking to see just because it happened like so quick. So I do think I like it more than Haas. But then the next one, it's like, okay, who really cares? So I think I'm going to put the next bodega guy after Sarah Darling. Next, we have the clerk who works at the bodega. His was a little bit more emotional because you're kind of rooting for him. He wanted to help the girls. He tried to save them. So he might be like liver in the mailbox. I'm thinking liver in the mailbox before Sherry and after Steven Stone. Pretty low, but not the worst. Hey, Dino. Thanks for joining. We are actually almost through with the ranking. We are on Scream 6. Dr. Stone. His was brutal. Brutal. You know, it's one of those things, like, it's tough where to rank it because I don't really care about the character, but it was a good death. So I think he's going to be pretty high. I mean, he might be savage beyond recognition because it was literally through the nose, just like Detective Bailey says. Yeah, one of the top two for sure. Tara says Carnage Candy. Dino agrees. Yeah, it's a pretty savage kill. But I don't care that much about the character. He's going to go Carnage Candy. I'm thinking after Jason. Yeah. Okay, next up we have Paul, I think is his name. Paul 2.0. I think that's what he's in the credits. This is Quinn's little boy toy. Another one that we don't see happen, and I don't know anything about this character and or care about his death, but very gruesome and brutal. So let's see. It was in the nose for the therapist because they emphasized that. Bailey's like, it was through the nose, and Kirby's like, through the nose? And Bailey's like, yeah, through the nose. So yeah, they emphasize it a bunch. Claire says Paul 2.0 is fish sticks. SpongeBob says Carnage. Leah says mailbox or fish sticks. Yeah, Mindy's reaction was funny. See, this is a tough one because it's brutal, but I just don't care. So yeah, I might do fish sticks. And I think I'm going to put him last in fish sticks. Yeah, that was funny. Next up, we have Annika. Annika's death was probably the most emotional of Scream 6. Even still, I just didn't care that much. We didn't get to know these characters enough. But yeah, it was very brutal. Let's see. Leah says top tier. Ryan says Carnage Candy. You know what? I think I'm going to put her in top tier because she hits her face on the dumpster on the way down. So her face is like deformed. So she's probably savage beyond recognition. I think I'm going to put her maybe before Greg, after Trevor. My page is frozen. Come on, let's go. Oh, too far. Come on. Oh, okay. After Trevor. There we go. Next up, we have Brooks, Gail's boyfriend. His death is not my favorite. And here's the thing, like, you guys know that I think it was actually Stu who killed Brooks, which would change how I feel about it. But if we're going by Quinn is the one who did it, I'm not crazy about this death. But it's not the worst. He might go in the mailbox tier. Ryan says bottom tier. So does Claire. I think I'm going to put him in mailbox, but last. Okay, now we just have the Bailey family left. We have Quinn up next. Sam shoots her in the, which was pretty cool. I let it down. Claire says second tier for Quinn. Ryan says fish sticks. I might go mailbox for this one. Because I definitely like Himbry's death more, Kenny's death, Kate's death. Yeah, I'm going to put her in the mailbox after Kate. Tara thinks Quinn should have been in Carnage Candy. Yeah, it would have been cool if Quinn got arrested. That was the original plan. We, a couple months ago found out the original plans for Scream 6. And Quinn was going to go to jail. Okay, next up we have Detective Bailey. he's got to go top tier. Just like Richie, Sam went crazy on his ass, stabbed him like 20 times, like through the eye to finish it all off. So I would say he's savage beyond recognition. Alex, I would like to think she would have been let off the hook. I mean, she obviously was let off the hook for Richie, and she stabbed them both like over 20 times. It's one of those things like, you know, it's got to be self-defense because, you know, if I had a killer going after me and I was like scared for my life, I would also stab them 20 times. Because yeah, one of the things that I hate in movies is when characters get the killer like on the floor, like they hit them once, the killer's on the floor, and then they just run away. It's like, stab them more. Damn, lost a subscriber. Sheesh. Okay. Next up is, wait, did we do Bailey? No, we did not do Bailey. Okay. He's got to be top tier. I am thinking after Greg, before Roman. Who got stabbed more? I don't know. I'd say it's pretty even, honestly. Damn, I just realized the person who unsubscribed asked me a question and I missed it, and I guess they got offended. Sorry, it's hard to answer everyone. There's a lot of comments that come in. So don't be offended if I miss your comment. I do my best to get to everyone. And you can always send in a super chat if you have a question that you want me to make sure that I see it. It's hard for me to see everyone. I do my best. All right. Bailey is going after Greg. Finally, we have Ethan. You guys know I cannot stand Ethan. But his death, I like when Tara stabs him in the back of the throat. That is pretty brutal. I think I'm going to put him in Carnage Candy. I'm going to put him in Carnage Candy after Liv. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with my ranking. It's hard to show the whole thing on the screen. Okay, that's better. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah. Ethan's death was pretty brutal. Thanks, Claire. Thanks, Leah. Thanks, Ray. SpongeBob, I see you in the chat. Is your theory going to be that Mickey's alive? Because I know I've been seeing it. You've been saying it the whole live stream. I'm not a huge fan of the Mickey theory. I know some people are. Not my favorite. I don't think there's any reason to bring back Mickey. There's been no mention of him. Don't care about the character that much. So all right, that took about 2 hours to do this ranking. It's been so much fun. If I had to put Stu on the list, he probably would be top tier, because it's a fun scene. Sydney dropping the TV on him. And someone pointed out, I think it might have been Tara, pointed out that if he was dead, he would be savage beyond recognition because his face would be all sliced up from the TV. So yeah, he would go top tier. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing these more often just because it keeps things interesting. You know, we can talk theories at the same time. SpongeBob, I probably won't make a theory video about it just because I don't care for this theory. Unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know where the Mickey thing came from. Maybe just because so many people believe that Stu's alive now that people are just kind of running with, you know, Ghostface's being alive now. I don't know. If I think that if there's any other ghost that's alive, it would be Jill. I would love to see Jill come back. And I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot of sense because that was the original plan. She was supposed to come back for Scream 5. If they had done Scream 5 back in like 2012 or something, Jill was going to get away with it in 4. And I wish that had happened. It sucks that we didn't get that. Thanks, Leah. I love doing these live streams and hanging out with you guys. It's seriously so much fun. I mean, these are my favorite movies. So to just talk about it with you guys, do these rankings, watch the movies with you guys, it's so much fun. Yeah, Zork. If Mickey just stayed down, he would have lived. So stupid. Like some of these ghost faces are not smart. Like the fact that they drag out their monologues, especially like 6 movies in, have you not learned from the past Ghostface's mistakes? Like if you drag out your monologue, Sydney's gonna kill you or Sam's gonna kill you. Like just stop. Like you said, Mickey should have just stayed down. I don't know why he had to pop up screaming like that. At least keep your mouth shut and like quietly get up and try to kill them. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. This is true. Mickey did not get shot in the head, so I suppose there is a chance, you know, any Ghostface, as long as they were not shot in the head, they could come back. But does it mean that they're alive? No. Oh, wow, your sister's never seen 4 or 5? Well, 4 is my favorite, so I wish I could watch 4 for the first time again. If I ever get amnesia one day, you guys got to make sure that I watch Scream again. Yeah, I would love, like I said, I would love Jill to come back. I also would love for Charlie to come back. There was a time where I did think this was the case. I have like several theories on the channel about Charlie being alive because there was a time that I believed this, but I don't know if I still do. I don't think it's very likely. Rory Culkin has said that he feels he's done with the franchise. So thanks, SpongeBob. Thanks, Tara. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Ooh, that's interesting. I can't wait for the day when a Ghostface has to be killed in order to be unmasked. Oh, wow, Ryan, you've never seen the first 2 Terrifiers? You are in for a treat. The first one is good, but the second one is like even better. The second one is so good. I've only seen both of the first 2 one time. So I'm definitely due for a rewatch, especially, you know, since we're in the Halloween season, because they do take place during Halloween. So yeah, I'm definitely due for a Terrifier rewatch. I'm so excited for Terrifier 3. I might have to go to the movies to see it. I don't make it to the theater that often because there's not really one close to me. I kind of have to travel. And it's just annoying, like paying to travel there, to travel back, buying the tickets, buying snacks. Like it's expensive to go to the movies these days. So to go for every movie that comes out would just be too much. So I'm pretty selective with what I go to the theaters to see. But Terrifier 3, I'm super pumped for. And I don't want to see spoilers online. So I might have to go. Thanks, Noel. I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out. I'm probably going to do a live stream tomorrow as well. So hopefully you guys can all make that one. I'm not sure what time I scheduled yet. Tomorrow's will probably be a little earlier than today. I've kind of been doing evening time the past few streams. So I think tomorrow I'm going to do earlier, like 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And it might be another ranking like this because it was honestly so fun. So hopefully you can make it. Turn on all your notifications so that you don't miss out on that. I think I'm gonna. I honestly try to do these live streams daily. I try to do a daily live stream. So I think for the rest of this month, I'm gonna try to do every day. And then October 1st starts Spookfest on my channel. Sistapam Spookfest 2024. So get ready for that. It's going to be nonstop horror content coming in October, starting October 1st. And I have, hold on. Some Spookfest merch. If you want to get one, the link is down in the description of every single one of my videos, including this live stream. I have Spookfest merch. So there's these hoodies, some t-shirts. I also have some Scream merch, my typical Scream merch. I have Stew Crew, if you're a Stew believer. I also have Team MACHER. And I have Team LOOMIS, if you're more of a Billy fan. But yeah, all of my merch is linked down below. But I was talking about Spookfest. So Spookfest starts October 1st, nonstop horror content for the entire month. Literally every single night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, you can expect a new episode. And I'm going to try to do daily live streams all October as well. We're going to be doing some watch parties. We're going to be watching some Halloween movies together. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of rankings coming up. Hey, Jeremiah, you said I should do a Terrifier kill ranking. Yeah, I might have to do that. SpongeBob says, I think Roman might come back the same way Billy did, like a ghost to Sydney. Interesting. That would be cool to see. For sure. Bye, Leah. Thanks for hanging out. All right, so I do think I'm going to wrap up the stream just because it's been over 2 hours at this point. I've been having so much fun. Like I said, there's a live stream tomorrow, so turn on your notifications so that you don't miss it. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for helping me rank all the Scream deaths. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And I will see you tomorrow.